Good day, hi, and welcome to CJ's studio. Hi, Nature's Hand Artistry here in Israel. And I am going to trim a bowl today, a medium-sized bowl. It's not too thick, it's not too anything, but I can put a decent-sized bottom on the bowl. So we will get started with this, okay? And I'm going to try videoing and editing and all those fun things. So I wet the wheel a little bit. I'm going to drop you down so you can watch what I'm doing instead of looking at me. There we go. Alrighty then. I feel my sides. I feel my thickness here in the corner and my bottom. And this will be a beautifully nice little salad, soupish, serving, or a big nice salad for somebody who likes to eat big salads. Okay, so I wet the wheel a little bit. I'm going to center. So I kind of did it with the lines that are on the wheel. And you trim a plate or a bowl normally on the metal wheel so you have the lines. Or on, okay, now I'm holding my arms down here. My hand and my finger are here, not quite touching the clay. I'm kind of looking at the little gap between my finger and the clay. And I'm kind of holding, I'm always touching hands. In ceramics, you're always touching your hands. It gives you a stability. And I go basically pretty slow with the wheel. And I watch to see when it comes close to my hand. Now it came close to my finger right here, so I'm going to push it away because that means that this side of this portion is over too far. So I scooted it just that little bit because that's all it really is off center. And we did it again right here. So sometimes it takes 2 or 3 times, other times you do it in one, but that's the basics of it. And there we go again. I'm just not pushing it very far, so that's the way it is, okay? And there we go. And that should about do it. But then this, you gotta pay attention too. This is coming over because of the way I trimmed it at the very bottom when I was making it. So I need to take all these things into consideration. So I'm going to drop down a little bit. Yeah. It's partly the way the bowl was made, so you have to think of these things too. Okay, so it's centered at this point, and you want it centered because you want to have a round bottom. You don't want it all sitting off to one side, and if you center it, if you trim it when it's not centered, your whole bowl is going to kind of look funny when it's sitting on the table. So I'm going to take 3 big nice pieces here of just basic clay and roll them into little hot dogs. I'm going to hold this in place and I'm going to push down on the clay to the wheel, not onto my piece because I don't want to crack or dent my bowl. So that's what I do. I put it right alongside like that, and then I just give it a couple of nice pushes down onto the wheel. Okay, and again, come around about 1/3 of the way, and again, push the clay down onto the wheel, and it's on there good. That's what we want. Now, this is one of my favorite tools. It's a newer tool, and I know I've said this before in another video. I still never looked up who actually makes these. Some of the famous tools are Kemper tools. They're extremely good tools as well. I don't know, I just like this one in my hand, the way it fits in my fingers. So I always start on this side, and you see that ribbon come out. I start up at this corner. I want to get this corner round this way and flat this way. So I want to make this corner and this. So I do the bottom and this first. Usually I go to the side first. That's what I do. And I get it nice and round. And you see this beautiful ribbon? That's what we want to see. So you don't press too hard. You just kind of let it ride on it and then begin to press slightly with your finger. Again, you're holding everything stable. You're not up here, you're not just going like this, no. Arms down, and coming around, okay? Now since I've got this pretty much round, my hand's not going like this or bumping or anything. I'm gonna flip it around to the round side of the tool. You can see the round side of the tool. And I am going to, because my bowl right here goes round, right here it's rounded. So I don't want to use my square tool. My choice for this bowl is that this will be nice and rounded here, and then it will come out this way and curve around. That's the design of the bowl that I'm looking for right now. So I'm kind of going in a little bit, but I want to get rid of this extra clay that was on the side. Down here at the bottom, up way down low was fine. It's like this thin. It's perfect for a bowl, because bowls get banged around. So when you go to a little bit bigger bowl, you don't want it too thin. Otherwise, it will break easier. It's ceramic, so it's pretty strong. It's stoneware. It's not anything, it's pretty strong. Bowls are, but again, you just don't want it too thin, especially on the rim, because the spoons bang it and all that stuff. Okay. So what I've done is I've rounded this here, and I gave myself a little bit about this tall of a foot is what I've created here. I can't zoom in, so I'll do another video where it is closer, okay? Because I know I like videos when they're close up, or I will get somebody in here that knows how to video to do some for me. Okay, so I've got this side pretty much the way I want it, and now I am leveling off where the bowl is most bowls sit on this rim, about this far in. That's what they really sit on, because then we go in and we make a foot, it's called the foot, okay? We want to make a foot on this one because I have enough, and I'm holding, look at, it goes white on because I'm holding it really pretty tight, because I need this to be perfectly flat. I'm going to round that corner just a little bit. You never want a sharp edge on ceramics, because when you add the glaze, the color, the glaze, the glass that melts in the kiln, it can get very sharp. If there's a sharp edge on the clay, the glaze can be very sharp and actually cut you, because it's literally glass, really, is what it is. It's minerals from the earth mixed together into a liquid, and then they melt, a powder actually, then you add water, and you put it on the piece of ceramic or porcelain or whatever you're making, and it gives it the color that you want, but it literally melts like glass in the kiln. Now this is a recycled clay, so you see that there's a line that happened. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there is a line that happened right there, and that's because this has a lot of grog in it, meaning it has like pieces of little stone and rock in it. That's what this clay does. Okay, so I go in and I get a smaller tool, squared small tool, and that is what I say, okay, how wide do I want my foot? And I go down right here. Holding it very stiff because I want a straight line on this. I want a straight foot. Okay, so now I hope you can see that there is literally an indentation right here, and this is my foot. That is the foot that will be on this here bowl. Okay, and now I'm going to go back to my little bit bigger tool, and I'm going to start and take this edge off, number one, so it doesn't catch on me. holding the corner of my tool almost to that edge right there, that foot edge that we created with the small tool. Okay? And now I'm going to pick up my speed just a little bit because it just makes it easier to go across the bottom. And I am going to start in the middle. You never go past the middle. You start in the middle. If you're a right-handed person, you're going from here to there. If you're a left-handed person, the wheel is going the opposite direction. Yes, on the wheels, they go the other direction. You just flip a switch for left-handed people, and they would go from here to there using their left hand. But for a right-handed person, now this is a key. For lefties, they know to ask these questions usually because their lives are this way. My husband is a lefty. And so there are many things in the world that are made for right-handed people, but these wheels are made for both of us. All of us. Okay? So I start from the center and I go out and I go out and I go out and I go out. I'm pressing a little bit, but you see these ribbons? You see how perfectly even that really is? It really is a nice ribbon. So I'm taking off about the same amount all the way across, which is what we want to do. We don't want it to go like that. We want it to go perfectly even. Okay. I kind of keep my tool. People say, well, how do you get it so smooth? Well, I keep my tool in the same place so that the wheel goes around once. And I don't know, there's something that my eye catches out here. When the wheel is going around, it catches things and kind of gives me a timing. Not that I really pay attention to that, but it is part of it. It is part of it. And I keep my tool in the same place until the wheel goes around once or twice, and then I move it a little, and it goes around once or twice, then I move it a little, then I move it a little. As it goes around, the wheel goes around, it's kind of like a timing thing. My hand, if my wheel is going very slow, I have to leave it in the same place longer. See? That's why I kind of like it to go at a medium speed, and then I can move my tool faster. But I understand at the beginning, I remember that. I remember that at the beginning I was scared to go quick or faster, and so I didn't. Okay, now what I want to do, I think it's pretty thin, so that's about where I want to be. You probably can't hear this, but it goes dun 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 dun. Okay, so by the sound of this, I've gotten to recognize that my piece, it's in my hand, that my piece is pretty thin, and it's as thin as I want to allow it to get. So I am done with this piece, in my opinion. I'm going to soften my corners. Again, we don't want sharp pieces on ceramics. So I'm just softening everything. Slightly moist sponge. Slightly moist. I just want soft edges on this one. That's what I want, so that's what I'm doing. I'm softening all my edges, kind of rounding them, as we would say. Okay, so that is a trimmed medium-sized bowl. And I thank you very much for watching. And if you like my channel, Nature's Hand Artistry in the Jordan Valley of Israel, I'm here for you. Send me messages, like my, subscribe, like my page, blah, blah, blah. Okay, have a great day. Bye.